This is Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do a video for Satmore Makes with Jill Norwood. Hi, Jill. Welcome back. I haven't done the Satmore Makes in a while, but I've just been so busy trying to get ready for all my craft shows. And so I wanted to show you, this isn't paper crafts, but I'm getting ready for my shows, and I had some little bears that I had left over that I had like 6 or 7, some big ones and some little ones. And so I just wanted to show you what I do with them. And I had these little tiny ones that I found at a yard sale. And I dress them up. The little ones, they'll be ornaments, and the bigger ones just go on my table. But I wanted to show you how I dress them up and make them look girly. So this is a plain one. And then I got my pen and I just kind of did little eyelashes. This, I normally put eyelashes from the Dollar Tree, the fake eyelashes, but this is just too small. I just couldn't do it. So I just did, I don't know if you can see the little marks. And so it looks like she has eyelashes. I might do them a little darker. But so I take them from this to this, and these will be little ornaments. So I put this one kind of has little beady eyes, and so I gather tulle, and then I'm not sure how many yards or anything. I just kind of gather and then cut, and then I have this little appliques and in my stash, and I gather those, and then I just put little I think this little one right here is a heart, and it had I should have brought it the middle, so I cut it out, and then this is the middle, and then I piece that to the front. Okay, so I went and got my little heart, so I cut these out, and then I slip this over her head, and I do dye my own applique, and I put this right here in the front, and then I just got a little tulle, and I gathered it into a little bow. And then I put a little string on it to hang as an ornament. And then I made, because I'm going to show you all my little ones, this little tiny one also. Did the same thing with the heart. Kind of overlapped it. Okay. This one I didn't put applique in the top. I just did the lace. Because she had a little pink nose. I forgot to put the earrings on this one. This one I did do earrings. I just did a little bead right there. I forgot to put earrings on her, so I have to do that, some little pearls or something. So I just did a little bow gathered with the tulle. See, they're tiny, and I was going to order some on Amazon, but they a lot of the reviews say that they're all crooked and they're missing a nose, and so I decided not to. So then I had some bigger ones. Those are the only 3 little ones I had. And same thing, I did the heart. This one I did a little different. I put a wire and did a little hat. And since she had the red, that's why I did her red. And I had the red tulle and put the white. So she's a little Christmassy. I need to do a little purse for her. And this one, I almost didn't do it, but that's how I did that big hat. She didn't have an ear. I take them apart. They are dressed as something. I think this was a Christmas one. And I think it had a little hat, like a Santa hat or something. And I took it apart. I washed these real good, and then I decorate them. It didn't have an ear, so that's why I put the hat that way. So that way she's got an ear, or you can't tell. So then I put little beads on for earrings. So I need to make her a little purse. Tie this down. So it's been working on them off and on, and I haven't really completely finished all of them. And so I did a little poof of red lace I had. And I put a wire in there just because when I made it, it was kind of floppy, so I inserted a piece of wire, and then I put thread to hide the wire. So that's her. They're cute. I make them real fluffy. Okay. Then I made this one. She's my favorite. Okay. She's a little Victorian girl. I'm going to show you more or less what I do with my hats. I used to do them a different way, and then I discovered this way, and so it's pretty easy. So I made her a little purse. Like I said, I've been working on these off and on, and so I just had some a little pearl button, and then this lace, and then I did the tulle. So she's not real big either, but I did make her as an ornament. And then I just had this lace from something else I did, and then I just put that on there. And put a little flower on her hair. And again, I just did a marker for her eyelashes because the eyelashes are just way too big, and then her eyes are just too tiny. I just couldn't do it. So I put a little earring. Again, covered her ear. I'll probably put a little necklace here. So they're not quite finished, but I just wanted to show what I've been working on off and on. So I put them in my shelf so I can see them, and when I get an idea or have time, then I work on them. I hope you can see that. I'm not sure how big these are. I find them kind of all over. So I'm still have to work on this one. This one, the dress was on an angel that I had taken apart, and I used the face. I think the hands had broken. So I took the skirt off. I still need to finish this one, put the ears. This one does have the eyelashes. I don't know if you can see that. I did put those ones because the eyes were bigger. So I still need the earrings. I did a little purse. This one was, I don't know, I had made an extra one or something from a long time ago. And I found that in my stash, so I put that on her. Perfect. And then I put applique, wrap that around. And this was on one of these, on the front of the angel. So I put that there. So I'm going to make a little hat. This one's not as fluffy, and I don't have tulle underneath because this was very narrow. It was for an angel, so. But I thought it fit perfect. And so this is my other bear. These are bigger. And then I'm working on, and I've got like two huge ones. And so I'm working on this one. So she's got, I don't know if you can see her. Let's see. She's got her tulle and her pretty lace. And this was in that box that I had gotten of my antique laces. And it was just a little piece, and it was perfect size. So I used that. So I'm going to kind of play around with so you can see how I do the process, and I'm going to do a hat with you guys. So I kind of play around with different appliques. I need to dye these, but so I don't know if I want it that way, or you can put it this way. I ran out of this one here. I really like that one, and I have no more of that one. And trying to use up everything I have. So that's this one, and I only had one, and this is in a tan color. So I had this, so I was thinking of using this one. And I played around with them first. I had a lot of things dyed, and then I just have run out of items, so I have a lot of the off-white. So I might do this one, and then what I'll usually do is cut a little bit here and then gather it under the arm, make it look like it's a dress. And then cut these off, or just leave them. See how it looks, like a little dress. So you can see that. Then I'll put a bead here. Okay, not sure. I think I'm going to use this one, so I'll have to dye them. And then I crisscross it, and then I'll probably put a little bow or something back here. So I'm still playing. Yeah, just keep, as I come across things, then I'll work on them. Right now I'm working on items for the St. James Tea Room. They ordered some ornaments, so I gotta finish what I'm working on there. So I'll put earrings on her. They're adorable. I love them. Okay, so I wanted to show you how I do the hat. I didn't used to do the hats this way, but I just recently discovered how to do this. What I used to do is get a cardboard, a thinner type of cardboard, and I make a donut. So this one, since it was bigger, I didn't have a die that size, so I used this. Okay. Then I had a small circle die, and I I kind of measure the head on because some of them will be bigger, and so I cut that. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a little off, which I like because I like the smaller piece in the front. And so what I do is I had this velvet, and I just cut a strip. And you can use ribbon, you can use tulle. If you're going to use tulle or lace or anything that's see-through, then I would paint this the color that you want underneath, because this will show. This one, it doesn't show, so it doesn't matter. So then I just kind of wrap my ribbon or material or anything like that. And what I like about this is the edges don't fray. So that, and then it kind of curls, so it's perfect. And then you have to make sure that you cut a big enough piece to go all the way around. And I don't think I'm gonna, oops. And you kind of make it tight if you want. Spread it out. Oops, I think I'm off camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so you just keep going round and round and round. Okay, probably need just a little more. And then you would glue that down. Okay, so it'll look like that. And then I get my bear. I'm going to put it this way. So it will have a hole here, but I'll show you how I covered that. So what I like about it is that it's gathered. Before, what I used to do is put a piece of material. I made a big circle, then cut the middle, and then gathered it through. And then it was just a little bit more detailed, but this one isn't. So see how that will look on her head. I will glue that down. And then I get a strip. Kind of have to measure, you know, the strip. This is a little crooked, but I gather here. And then I gather up here. And then I test it, and if it's too big or too small, then I'll just do another one. And then this will gather on her head, and it will be gathered here and gathered here, and it'll be a poof. So it will look like this, a poof like that. And this one was a little too big, so I kind of gathered it in the middle. So I gather here and I gather in the front, and then flip it over. So this one, then you can glue it down to the sides. So that's how I covered the back side on her. And then the purses, I make a little purse or a parasol or anything that a fan I want to put on her. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these ones, but when I finish them completely, then I'll show them. But I just wanted to show the process of how I do this. And I really love the way they are. And they're very popular at the craft show. I sell them when when I've taken them. Last year I didn't take any. I had these and I just never made them for the last couple of years. So I thought this year I'm going to get them out and get them sold, because I'm no longer doing the Victorian, so I'll just take these ones to one of the shows. And that's it for my project for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And have a good day. And leave me a comment or subscribe if you haven't. And hit the like button and share my videos. That helps my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.